Kitchen Recipes. I am Kevin, and today I'm going to show you how to add a side burner to your Blackstone Griddle. Mine's a Pro Series 36-inch. My side shelves are 12 by 20, and I found this 12 by 20 side burner that I'm going to show you how to install. And once it's installed, it's going to look like this. Check that out. Looks pretty awesome. Now, I don't know why Blackstone doesn't give this as an option or as an add-on, like on their site, to sell that side shelf with a side burner. Do you always need a side burner? No. But sometimes I don't like to put my saucepans on the griddle when it's all greasy, because then when you go to set your pot down on the counter somewhere, it's greasy on the bottom if you forget to wipe it off first. Deep frying. You can deep fry a little deeper. You can shallow fry on the Blackstone, and a lot of stuff works that way, but sometimes you want to deep fry. Sometimes you want to cook your noodles, boil water. You don't want to go inside, do all that. You can just do it all outside. I love to cook outside, so I'm adding a side burner to my Blackstone Griddle. Like I said, you know, Blackstone offers it in their 28-inch Culinary Pro Series now. It's the new one that's out. I think they did add one a while back. Maybe it's not that popular, I don't know, but I want one, so I'm adding one. And if they have it on their Pro Series, the Culinary Pro Series, well, there must be some sort of demand for it. Anyway, if you want to add a side burner to yours, if your shelf is 12 by 20 like mine, this is how you do it. If it's not, then try to find a stove that maybe you want to put in there. Yes, you know, you can have the one that sits on the countertop. I think this one actually will sit on the countertop. I want it part of my Blackstone Griddle. So some of the tools you're going to need a drill, you're going to need a jigsaw, and depending on how the cuts turn out, you might need some sort of a little grinder. So if the cuts are fine, fine. If not, I'll use a grinder and clean them up. But for now, I think that's about it. Now let's get to showing you how I did this. With a little template. I'm not going to use it. Template seems a little bit off to me, so I've got it all measured. I'm going to mark my side shelf. I'm going to cut the hole, and this should, as long as it all goes well, sit right in there. So let's get to cutting. Okay, so I've already done some calculations on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come 5/8 of an inch in on both sides. That should give me a little bit of wiggle room. And 3/4 of an inch from the back. I think 3/4 of an inch from the front, and that should be, we should be good to go. Okay, now that I have it all measured, I'm ready to go. No guts, no glory. Let's drill some holes. Corners are rounded a little bit, so I'm going to pop a hole in on this part right here. All right, I'm going to use a jigsaw. So let's do it. There we go. Okay, you can't really see it, but the one corner on my hole, it's a little jaggedy. When I was trying to get the jigsaw around the corner on that last cut, I'm going to take my little grinder and clean that little corner up a little bit. We'll be ready to install the stovetop. Look at that. Fits like a glove. I get the burners on there. Just sets right on there. Put the ring for it. And the last little part too. And this little one here only goes on one way. Just set it on there. Put on the cap. And we just need the grate. And there you go. Check that out. There you go. Look at that. Right on along the edge. Tiny bit on the back. It overhangs just a tiny, tiny bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch right there. But it, yeah, no worries. Perfect. Now I gotta get a hose. I didn't grab the hose, so I gotta get a gas connection, and we'll get this thing lit up. All right, what do you think of that? It looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? Like I said, I may not always use it, but it's gonna be out here when I need it. If I'm doing something on my pellet grill and I just need to heat up some sauce before I sauce something, it's quick, it's easy, and that's what we're gonna be doing. I'll be using that, you know, not a ton, but at least I have it handy when I need it. Now, you'll need an extra hose line, a propane line for this stovetop. This one actually plugs in for the igniter. I'm going to try it to see if I can ignite it just with a lighter. If not, I'll plug it in. I don't really want to plug it in, but I can. But you're also going to need to be able to hook it up to your propane bottle. So I bought this splitter off of Amazon. I forget what it was, 10 bucks maybe. And then I also picked up a another hose line. And this hose line here has the adjuster, so you can adjust the pressure of the gas. And that's I think it's 24 inches. I think you got to have at least 18 inches to get over. I left a little room for play. And anyway, let's get this hooked up, and we'll turn it on and see how it works. First thing I'm going to do is I've got some gas line tape. Yes, gas line. It's usually yellow. Sometimes it's white, but most of the time it's yellow. And I'm going to do this before I actually put this back on, just so I don't have to work from underneath. I'm going to go in the direction of your thread. Make sure you get all your threads covered. And you want to go around 2 to 3 to 4 times. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to take my set of wrench. Some people call it a crescent, some call it adjustable. I call it a set of wrench because no matter what size you need, you just wheel it around and set the size. So here's my gas line. I'm going to need to set my set of wrench to that size. All right, and just get it on there and tighten it. Make sure you got it nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten it and break things. And of course you can use some soapy water and spray around here to make sure there's no leaks. Usually with that tape you won't have any as long as you get it snugged down nice. Now let's put it back on the side burner. I'm still waiting on my hose line and splitter to show up from Amazon, so we're just gonna, might help if I put the front, right? So I'm just gonna add that back in there. We'll add our top stuff in a minute. We're gonna get this gas line hooked up. Okay, so all you gotta do is run this through here so it'll go to your... Next thing you wanna do is get your splitter, attach it to your tank. Now the line I have on my Blackstone, I have the little gauge here to tell me how much propane I have in it. And then I'm going to attach my side burner. Just like that. So I've got my how much I have in my tank, and I have my adjuster right here for the stove. Different PSI. This will go up to 20. Turn your gas back on. You're ready to roll. Okay, now I think this will light with just a lighter. Get your flame going first. And it started right up. Okay, I did plug this in, and with it plugged in, you just push it down and it starts right up. How sweet is that? Okay, and there you go. See, I hung up my Blackstone cover to give some shade, hopefully to give you some view of that flame. Very hard to see in the daylight. I kind of block some of it, but anyway, if you want a side burner on your Blackstone, that's how I did it. It works great. You'll be seeing it in cooks, and if you wonder, that's how I did it. I didn't secure it because, you know, I felt it seems pretty stable. If I need to secure it, I can always take it out, and I think you can just pop a little hole in there, put a screw and get it tightened down in there, and it'll work fine. So I'm not going to do it unless it's absolutely necessary. And hey, if you want to see some cooks, hit the subscribe. Hit that like button, leave a comment. If nothing else, hit that like button. We'll see you on the next video.